Todavía yo no encontrar a sus hijos. Todavía íbamos a casar.
¿Por qué?
No, no diga que nunca lo vas a presentar.
Sí, pero como se van a casar, ya sería buen tiempo.
He looks like on the other foot. Like now I'm this lady that his boys have no clue who I am. All they know is that I took their dad away.
Ejemplos, es decir, no va a poder entender en el sentido que los niños como hablan, va a querer tener paciencia o alguna cosa y eso no va a poder.
Pero hay que darle la oportunidad.
Mi hijo todavía tiene 12 y 14 años y todavía tengo que proteger por su bienestar. Pero esperemos que con el tiempo todo cambie.
What's going on, people? We are back again with another MovingMAD video. And you know what's so crazy? He talks about how he wants to protect his boys' well-being, okay? 12 and 14 years of age, he wants to protect their well-being. So, read him with this. How does getting married without letting your sons know that they're going to have a new mother-in-law, not mother-in-law, a new stepmother in their life, how is that protecting them? Hey, boys, guess what? I've been with her for many years. Never mentioned it before, but I decided to leave you, obviously, and move all the way to America without even telling you. But I'm now going to basically announce that I came here to get married to someone that you have no idea who that is, someone that's a complete stranger to who you are. And you remember how we talk about never talk to strangers? But guess what? I've just married someone that is basically a stranger to you. You see how stupid that sounds? You know what I mean? Like, can you make sense out of what I just said? You see what I'm saying? So the fact that we're in a position here where he thinks it's okay to keep his woman a secret from his children is wild to me. In the same sentence of him saying that it's good for their well-being. Normally, you meet someone a few times, and then once you get comfortable with them and you know something's real, usually you introduce them to your children and you start to, bring them into your life. That's what usually happens, you know what I mean? But this guy, on the other hand, if you can't see the red flags, then I don't know what the hell you're doing in this relationship, Ashley. How are you not seeing it? Even if he wasn't using you for a green card, this is still a red flag, 1000%.
Tonight we were talking, I was like, you don't share big things with me. He goes, well, when I share little things with you, you react in a way that's like this. So why would I share big things? He goes, for example, I have to send $250 to my family at the end of the month. When were you going to talk to me about this? You can't work. So I am being required to do it. So when were you going to have a conversation with me?
Body language is always a very, very key thing in terms of how we respect someone and how we value what they are saying. This guy, when it comes to his body language is never ever respecting anything that she's saying. He's always just he's either got a straight face like I just don't give a damn, or he's got a smirk in his face like I just don't give a damn. No matter what face he's pulling, his face is always I don't give a damn. And even when he speaks, then he's still saying, I just don't give a damn about what you've got to say. I only care about what I want, and that is it. So we're in a situation here where he's talking about small things. How is telling someone that you have to send money over a small thing? And on top of that, the money that's been sent over isn't even your money. It's the money that that person is bringing to you. Obviously, in this situation, it's Ashley. But you know what, though? This is Ashley's own fault. She said before he even came that she knows that she knows that he's not completely open. She knows that he keeps certain things to himself and he reveals them at any given time if he reveals them. This is one of those things that he's now blindsided you with. And you could have avoided it by not being with him because you knew who he was and how he was. So, in the reality is this, that money that she's going to be forking out, I won't lie to you, man, it's your own karma for not listening to the red flags and, not really having conversations with him that were needed. And even when you did try have them with him and he probably wasn't taking him seriously, that should have been your red flag to say, you know what, you ain't for me because your communication sucks. And I ain't about to be blindsided in any kind of way that is not appropriate. And guess what's happened? Ashley has now been blindsided with this whole 200 plus whatever. To be honest, she can only blame herself because she continued. But we continue.
Todas las cosas que está pasando.
Sí, verdad. ¿Por qué? Mi vida es privadas.
I am your privacy. We are due to be married. I need to be.
Does everyone deserve a certain form of privacy, even if they're in a relationship? I'm going to say yes. It can be subjective, but I'm going to say yes depending on the situation and depending on what the privacy is about. But this isn't one of those situations, not telling your partner about money, not telling your children about your partner, amongst other things. No. There is no private life. No private life in that aspect whatsoever. That's why I say it is subjective what you may want to keep to yourself. Because I feel like sometimes we all have our own demons that I guess we don't want to let out, so we keep them to ourselves. Which respectfully should be okay. You know what I mean? But then there's things like keeping things from your partner that therefore end up blindsiding your partner. That is not cool. And if I had an apple right now, I'd chew it and spit it out like Carlito. If you know, you know. But nonetheless, though, we continue.
Spoke a lot, was very vocal, and very open to receiving. Now he's saying he doesn't want to go back.
¿Confías a mí?
Eso es la problema.
Ah, el problema, es el problema.
Eso es la problema.
¿Tú quieres confianza? Dame confianza, ¿me entiendes? No te escucho.
I'm not like your attitude right now.
Realmente hablar con la terapista no es de parte de mi cultura.
Come on, let's be real. The only reason why he doesn't want to go back to therapy is a very simple reason. Because he knows that if he goes back to therapy, Ashley's actually going to get some power over him. He doesn't like the fact that in therapy, he has to open up. He has to tell the truth. He has to reveal things that he shouldn't be, that he wouldn't want to reveal because they are personal to him. That's the reality of it, you know? Because he knows it's working. They both know it's working. They both know he's doing the right thing. But my man, no. He's like, nah, we ain't doing that. Not on my watch. You know what I mean? I've got to keep my own power as much as I can. I can't be putting myself in a position where, you know, I'm allowing her to be able to dictate anything or anything to any kind of capacity. And that's how you know this guy is fully all about, I wouldn't say the word control. He's fully all about just him and his way, and that's it. Which, don't get me wrong, does come underneath the category of control. You know, narcissism, all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that it's not the case. I just feel like I don't want to put a word into it. I feel like I just want to describe it and just give a little bit more detail to the fact that this guy here never wants to be in a position where Ashley can have a say. To be honest with you, he never wants to be in a position where any woman can have a say. And probably in a position where no child can have a say neither. Because if we're looking at his choices, he's making choices that his children don't have a say in it. And he's also behaving in a way where Ashley's not allowed to breathe. But when it comes to the children, that's not their fault. When it comes to Ashley, well, you decide to stay with him, so it is what it is.
Yo sentir que cuando tú quieres cosas en tu manera, tú fuerte, mi manera.
Como tú.
Okay, yo quiero ir a un terapista.
Anda, chao, bye, chao, amigo, basta.
Entonces mi opinión no está importante allí en este tópico.
No.
Okay. Bumps over all sorts of things. I think the reason why we stay in this is because we work so hard for 2+ years to give up after 30 days. It just can't happen. Tiempo para ir a la casita.
Yo me voy caminando.
I could care less about how long I've been with someone. If I feel like I'm not being respected, which clearly hasn't been a thing in their whole relationship by the sounds of it anyway, and I feel like, you know, I'm being put in a position where, you know, I'm having to compromise things that really truly that I shouldn't be compromising, or I'm in a position where my voice is basically oblivious. It's not being heard, you know, it's a voice that doesn't matter. Well, I don't give a damn how many years I put into it. If I gotta leave, I gotta leave. So her, Ashley's perspective of, well, we put in 2+ years into this, so therefore we can't just walk away, you know, after like 30 days or some dumb nonsense. Stupid. You can't be that naive. You can't be that idiotic. Come on, really and truly, come on. If you're looking to look after your own mental health, you're looking to look after your own well-being, you know, your own sanity, shall I say, you wouldn't stay in a situation like this. You wouldn't stay in a situation where if you're in a public setting, your man will disrespect you. If you're home, he would disrespect you. No matter where you are, he would disrespect you. So much to the point where he's like, yeah, I'll just walk on. Like there is no vibe that he's giving you that he cares about you emotionally. And correct me if I'm wrong, but don't women usually want someone around them who can care about them emotionally to a certain degree? You know, the life that we live, it's interesting how certain people allow themselves to be they allow themselves to live in a situation where the situation isn't healthy for them in any capacity, you know, both physically and mentally. Because let's not forget though, when somebody starts to hurt us mentally, we start to hurt ourselves physically in any shape or form, whether that be eating more food, maybe whether that be eating no food, or whether that be just going to other extremes, which I won't say, of course. You know what I mean? But hey, let me know what you're thinking down below and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.